Well, hello, it's Dee with your communication and relationship advice for the week so you can speak your truth and create healthy human connections, trusted relationships in your personal and professional life. Our first question today. Dear Dee, can you provide any tips for helping me refocus and communicate better with family and colleagues, especially during this stressful time? Signed, MM. Dear MM, let's take your question and divvy it up into two parts, beginning with how to refocus. Considering we're in an extraordinarily stressful time, I'm finding many people struggling to focus. So ask yourself, why do you think you can't focus? What are you thinking about? The future? The past? Are you able to take your focus, which may be scattered, and narrow it so you're able to view what is happening right here and now, in the present moment? Here are some tips to help you try to live in the present moment during a stressful time. First, stop several times each day and take a few deep breaths while focusing inward on the air and the oxygen that's flowing through your body. That means do your best to get out of your busy brain and into your body, which narrows your focus. Next, try to tackle just one day at a time. Coronavirus news is changing daily, so get used to living with uncertainty. Focus on today. Finally, work on the things you have control over and try to put down the rest. What can you do right here and now? Or should you stop and actually take a rest for a little while? Okay, on to the second part of your question. How do you communicate better with family and colleagues? First, everyone on earth is different, so do your best to tune into them. Listen more than you speak. There are people we work with, care for, care about, some family members and colleagues, obviously. Some of them are easier to communicate with than others. It's your job, MM, perhaps to be a bit more empathetic these days and as healthy, clear, and direct as you can be. Our next question. Dear Dee, my partner wants to move in together, but we both recently graduated college and I have too much college debt. Plus, I'm not ready to make that step. On the other hand, they were on a full scholarship and ready for that next step. How can I communicate with them that I can't make that step without upsetting them? Signed, CR. Dear CR, there are no guarantees that your partner will hear what you have to say while remaining calm. But here are a few things you can do to speak as honestly, respectfully, and lovingly as possible as you broach the subject. First, if you really love your partner, that's a good way to begin. Tell them how much you truly care about them. And if you'd really like to live together someday, you can tell them that too. Now, do not follow up that statement with the word but. The word but seems to cancel everything out that goes before it. Instead, say the word and. Then continue the conversation with why it's important that you don't live together right now. Okay, an example. You could say something like, I really love you. I'm excited about our future together. And I am positive that I can't consider living together with you until I get myself into a much better financial situation. So I'm going to stay right here for a while. Speak your truth, CR. Then stop and see what happens. Now, you might receive an emotional response, but it's important that you know who you are and what you need. Everyone entering a committed relationship needs to know who they are, what they want and need, plus they need to be able to articulate it. If you don't have those skills yet, you're definitely not ready to cohabitate. Dear Dee is published every week at Rhode-IslandNewsToday.com, and we'd love to hear from you. Send your Dear Dee question in complete confidence to news@Rhode-IslandNewsToday.com. Put Dear D in the subject line, and then look for your answer on Saturday. Please keep your information private and not identifying specific people, and you can sign your note either with your initials or as you would like it to appear, like confused in Providence. This is Dee signing out for today, creating healthy human connections through high-level effective communication. You can find me at ivoicecommunication.com. That's the letter I, voice, communication.com.